Hi everyone, so I'm here to give you the astrology for September 22nd to the 28th. Very interesting time. We are actually entering into the fall equinox in the Western Hemisphere. So this is a time where we're harvesting, we're getting ready for a period of winter. So it really does feel like that, like a preparation this entire week. So I want you all to be very mindful of that because it will be a very running, moving, shaking week. Try not to waste the energy and try to prepare, thinking about things that you would like to have for the future and what it is that you need to do in your present time to make it happen. Let's get to the message. So we get to Monday the 22nd. It's a very interesting time because, like I said, it's the equinox, and it is a period of time where we have a harvest. Besides that, happy birthday to all my Libras. This is starting the Libra season. This Libra season feels very different than other Libra seasons because of all the retrogrades that we actually have at this moment. It's kind of like an upheaval to our reality and asking for something new to enter our reality. We have the moon and the sun starting off in the equinox in Libra. So it's kind of one of those things where justice is in our mind and justice is in our actions that we're doing. Not only justice, but a desire for balance, balancing our work, our life, our reality, making the inner world be a reflection of our outer world. So it's a very strong period of transitions. I feel like this one, judgment, justice, strong spiritual movements are going to be very active. Okay, and the Libra season is going to be active until the 22nd of October. So this is a period of time that you're going to see this need for change. Besides that, we have Mars entering the sign of Scorpio. This influence will be in the astrology until November 4th. Mars is a very strong warrior fighting masculine energy, and it's paired up with the energy of Scorpio, which is a water sign. And from all the water signs, that is the only one that stings really hard. So it's talking about things that belong to you, your inheritance, your gifts, the attributes that should be yours, and the influence that other people, places, things around you might be having in that. It's also talking a lot about money and resources. I'm seeing you kind of taking a 180 approach, kind of turning out completely the way that you are because you're realizing how much is being taken from you. That can be time, energy, resources, etc., and how much you're receiving back. And if it's not equal because of the sign of Libra, you're just going to be like, I'm done, I'm over this. So very interesting energy, and it will influence all of us differently. So keep yourself mindful about how this energy is going to be affecting and where your focus will be during this period of time. Now we get to Tuesday, the 23rd. The moon and the sun are still in Libra. Okay, so we're still in this energy where our mind, our spirit, and our soul is saying we want justice, we want balance, we want to feel like everything is fair and equal, and our actions are reflecting the same thing. Then we have this opposition. Remember that I said oppositions are like turbulent waves, like waves that hit you and then they come back. It's not something that's going to destroy you or hold you back, but they hit you. And the thing that's hitting you is this retrograde of Neptune in Aries. What is that? That is the parts in your life that really feel unfair. Okay. And then besides that, we have the trine energy. So a return of the retrograde of Uranus and Gemini. I told you, Uranus, the reason why Libra is so influential at this time of justice and judgment is because of so many retrogrades. This energy is like, I want things to change yesterday. I don't like this place. I don't like this energy. I don't like to feel this way. And I need it to be balanced yesterday. And then we have in the background this energy of Mars and Scorpio. So tell me if you're not talking about like a large amount of turbulence. This is literally like, I can't live this way anymore. I can't accept this anymore. I feel like every single time I say yes to this, I bow down to this, I go to these events, I partake in this situation, I am giving away a piece of my soul, and I will absolutely not allow that to happen anymore. And so keep that in mind because this energy is really stirring things up, and it's stirring things up because it's preparing us for October, which is a very extremely strong transportant month where we're kind of like over the shit and we're going to literally put our foot down, right? And it's like go big or go home kind of energy, and we're seeing the introduction to it in this week. So expect yourself to be a little extra. Expect yourself to be a little bit more frisky and like angry, and expect yourself to not hold yourself back when you have to tell somebody to fuck off. Okay? All right, so we get to Wednesday, the 24th of September. Again, the sun and the moon in Libra, not changing, not changing. We're still very constant in it. And in this time, we have a trine, a return of energy. And what is the trine on? The trine is on the Pluto retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. What is this about? This is literally seeing clearly the things you hate, right? The things that are not in alignment with yourself. It can be your health, your weight, your diet, the place you live, your car, your clothes, the people that you hang out with. It doesn't matter. It can be something really small, like your nose, or something huge, like my life in general, right? This is all coming to the forefront because you again have the influence of the Mars and Scorpio energy. I want to fight for what is mine. I want to fight for liberation. I want to fight to be free. And then you see the square energy, and it's that wall, the huge wall that is in front of us of the Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So it's not enough that this presents itself like an internal, I hate this, but now it's like, and it's all your fault, well, that I am not able to get the life that I want, and I'm going to do everything possible to break you down. So all of it is kind of removing these feelings of limitations that are around you because you're choosing you over anything else, and it's about time. So get ready. Now we get to Thursday, and the moon will be in Scorpio. So the significance about the moon in Scorpio. You remember that we're still having that Mars and moon together. Mars and Scorpio together. So now the moon and Mars are both in Scorpio. And the energy is actually like a preview to what's coming up in October. So pay close attention to what comes into your dreams, what comes into your mind, what comes into your spirit, what comes into your mouth. That just sounded really terrible. During this day, Thursday, because what's happening is that you are going to be shown what you're going to be striving towards, fighting against, moving and shaking on starting October, a month that starts a initiation, like a launching pad into your future. I would recommend, and this is something that I was saying in my tarot readings while I was doing them, is that the month of October, oh, this is bothering my throat, is strongly influenced by the sign of Scorpio and Libra, both of them. All right. If you're wise, and I know you're wise, you would be looking into the astrology, not only of your birth sign, but you would check out Scorpio's reading and Libra's reading, because they're going to strongly influence the movements that you're going to be taking from the end of this week, and end of this month of September, which is only a couple of days, and the month of October. Okay, there's a big shift happening. And if you're on the ball with it and you kind of hear through the grapevine, through all these astrologers online that read these readings, you're going to see how you have to like shift and move and weave away from problems as things are being revealed to you so you can move forward. So keep an eye on all those things that I just finished telling you, because it is like a preview to what is coming in the future. All right, we get to Friday the 26th. Friday the 26th shifts the energy from all this water into an energy of fire. Okay, and we move into the sun, the moon being in the sign of Sagittarius. Sorry, the moon being in the sign of Sagittarius. It will be in the sign of Sagittarius the rest of the week. Sagittarius is the energy of movement. You have to make the change, right? You're being called to set yourself free. Sagittarius energy is one that doesn't like to feel tied down, restricted. And it's also an energy of having some kind of sovereignty, some kind of wisdom, and some kind of insight that comes in during this period of time because of these energies. So I would strongly suggest that you pay attention to your inner calling, because it is telling you that it's time for you to move in a certain direction. With it, we have a sextile, 6 points, in Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. What is this about? It's literally you're seeing in front of you all the things that are shit. It's the messy house, the messy thoughts, the messy relationships, the messy anything. It's just messy, right? And you're coming to this decision that it's time for you to make a change in this thing that's coming up in front of you that is the messy situation. All right. Each of us are going through different situations. So you have to orient yourself to what is catching your eye that is really bothering you this day, because you're being called to do something about it. All right. Just be very ready for what's coming the rest of the week, because you're going to be called out to do something about what you're actually seeing this Friday. So Saturday comes along, and here is the 27th. The moon is still in Sagittarius, where I'm telling you that you feel like you need to take action on something, right? You need to set yourself free. You need to be direct and forceful on the movement forward. And then we have this sextile, right, with the sun in Libra. So while Friday was all I can do is think about all these things I freaking hate about my life, right? These things that are not alignment, these things that I don't enjoy. Now we're coming to Saturday with, I need to do something about this. I need to speak to that person. I need to get up earlier in the morning. I need to clean out this energy. I need to ghost this person. I need to like set the record straight. That energy is coming up. So be very mindful, because we still have Mars in Scorpio, and that makes us a little bit extra spicy. And then you're pairing that up with a fire sign. I mean, this can be a bad situation. So be mindful how you approach things, right? Um, but I'm seeing you taking action. So take that action that you need to take so that you can move forward. Then we get to the end of the week, Sunday, the 28th. It's a really good energy, actually, because see, now we have the moon still in Sagittarius. So we're still wise, direct, needing to cut cords, feeling free. All that energy is still feng shuiing everywhere. But now we have 6 points, right? In Mercury and Libra. Both air signs, both quick, both a lot of talking, both winds of change. All right. So this is, while Friday was the energy of seeing the garbage, Saturday is the energy of taking action to remove the garbage. Sunday is calling the people, getting the resources, getting the connections that you need to remove the things that you can't physically do, but you can get somebody to help you do. So this is preparation of movement, because you're connecting to the right resources, people, places, things, and energies to remove this problem from your life so you can balance out your energy. It's a lot of talking, it's a lot of dreams, it's a lot of intuitive stuff. So I would recommend you guys really doing that praying up stuff or meditation or whatever it is that you do to protect yourself prior to going to sleep, because there is a lot of hitting you up in the dream state. Okay? I hope you understand.